Today we've got games 5 and 6 of the second round of the NBA playoffs. In the last episode, we went through games 3 and 4, which were certainly different than the first two. Obviously, we started this series losing 2 games at home, 2 games that we probably should have won, including a 1-point defeat in the second game. But we certainly played better over games 3 and 4, despite not having Kristaps Porzingis, who we decided to sit after his abysmal start to the series. In the first game, he shot 0 for 7, and in the second game, it looked like he wasn't trying. He was minus 21 in 11 minutes in a game that we lost by 1. We outscored them by 20 for the other 29 minutes of the game. So we decided to sit him for games 3 and 4, relying on guys like Ashton Wisham, Marvin Bagley, and Zay Logan down low. Game 3, it was Bagley who stepped up. 6 points, 9 rebounds, perfect shooting. But obviously the star of the show was Darius Springer, who had 43 and 16, playing great defense and shooting the ball quite well. Khalil Griffin had probably his best offensive game of the playoffs with 28 points on good shooting. Shaedon Sharpe played quite well. Scoot Henderson was not great, but other than that, the rest of the team really showed up. Cassius Maxey had 35, Tyson Ledbetter at a double-double, and the rookie big man, Sidi Ghaffari, only missed 2 shots. In Game 4, again, it was the Darius Springer show. Scoot Henderson only missed 2 shots, while Shaedon Sharpe only missed 2 twos, but he went 0 for 3 from deep. Zay Logan was fantastic, though. 26 and 6, 5 of 5 from beyond the arc, and we started this game lights out from 3. I think we made 10 of our first 11 before really quieting down in the second half. Obviously, the big storyline here is Sidi Ghaffari, who had another nice game, but that's not what's to talk about with him. It's the strained Achilles that he suffered in the third quarter. The Jazz did dodge a bullet with what could have been a worse injury, but this strain is going to keep him out likely for a week or 2, and it won't be something he can play through. For a 20-year-old rookie, he has been sensational. He was phenomenal down the stretch, helping them win Game 1. He was the best player on the floor in Game 2, and he even played pretty well in the 2 games that they lost. Again, rookie, 20 years old, second overall pick in this year's draft. We've gotten to see him and the first overall pick, Bryson Franklin, in a playoff series, and between the 2 of them, I come away a lot more impressed with Ghaffari. As for us, we're obviously in a pretty good spot at the moment. We've won 2 games in a row, but we've still got to figure out what on earth we're doing with Kristaps Porzingis, because we played well without him over these last couple of games, but he is still an important player for us. But if not for him, we would have swept them. He was dead weight in those first 2 games, so what we're going to do is we are going to shut him down for the remainder of this series against Utah. If we win and get back to the Western Conference Finals, we can reopen the conversation, but being that we played well on the road without him, I don't want to mess it up. So Wisham, Bagley, and Logan will still be the guys down low. As for Utah, with no Sidi Ghaffari, they're going to rely on Mikhail Yakovlev and Amadou Mwangi. Yakovlev is an intriguing player, 7'1", 260, but he doesn't move for someone of that size, and he's been pretty solid over the first 4 games. And then Mwangi has been up and down as well. He's gotten inconsistent playing time, but obviously he's going to get a lot more run with the injury of Sidi Ghaffari. I think we could also see some Arkeem Summers. He was the 8th overall pick out of Louisville. He's played in every game this year up until this series where he hasn't touched the floor yet, but I imagine they will use him here in Game 5. Certainly a pivotal one for both teams, in which it feels like, despite the drama surrounding Kristaps Porzingis, the Blazers do with the momentum after taking both Games 3 and 4 in Utah. The Jazz have gotten completely hammered by injuries, and it's not just Ghaffari. Minutes before his injury, Jet Howard strained his hip, and he's already been dealing with a hamstring injury. He will go today, but he will return to the bench as Tyrese Maxey replaces him in the starting lineup. Tyrese Maxey got the start in Game 1, and he himself got injured, missed Game 2, and came off the bench in a limited role over the last couple of games. But he'll be a full go for the first time in this series. So despite losing Sidi Ghaffari and likely having Jet Howard on a limited minutes restriction, they do have Tyrese Maxey back at full strength. Ashton Wisham and Mikhail Yakovlev will meet for the tip. It certainly wasn't those 2 at the starting center spots in the first couple of games of the series. As it goes to Yakovlev, and we are underway here with a pivotal Game 5 series tied at 2. Yakovlev for three. Won't go. He's not really a perimeter shooter. I don't know why he shot that ball. And on the other end, it's Griffin. Hello! What a start to Game 5. Khalil Griffin with the windmill over the big man. That's one way to get some early momentum. Maxey blocked by Griffin, but Jackson gets it back. And Jaren Jackson beats the shot clock. A good response after a great defensive play. Springer with the fancy layup. Blows right by Jaren Jackson. And as good of a defender as Jaren Jackson is, he can't contain the quickness that Springer has at his size. Here is Cassius Maxey with it. Gets it over to Tyson Ledbetter. On the drive. Pull-up jumper. No good. Wisham with the rebound. Portland running the break. It's Khalil Griffin looking for some space. He gets it over to Scoot. Over to Wisham. And he's intercepted by Cassius Maxey. On the other end, Yakovlev in transition with the throwdown. Again, the big man showing off his impressive athleticism for his size. Tied at 4. Here is Scoot Henderson, unable to get Springer on the pick and roll, so he's going to take it himself. Nice play there by Scoot Henderson. Despite good defense by Ledbetter, he's in for the finish. Handoff for Yakovlev. He gets it to Ledbetter for 3, and it's good. The first triple of the night goes to Tyson Ledbetter, and Utah's ahead 7-6. Scoot Henderson tries to set up a screen. He gets it to Springer. Left wing 3 is good. And Darius Springer knocks down a triple of his own. He's got 5. Here is Maxey inside for Jackson for the easy slam. Darius Springer does not fall asleep a lot defensively, but he did there. Yakovlev gets it over to Ledbetter. Tough shot. Will fall. Another triple for Tyson Ledbetter, and it's 13-12. Ledbetter on the drive is blocked by Griffin. In transition. Springer. Lob for Sharp, who's going up, and away. Shaedon Sharp with the alley-oop slam off a dime from Darius Springer, and it's 15-12. Ledbetter inside for Yakovlev. Back over to Ledbetter, and he is snuffed at the rim. I think it was Logan who got a hand on it, but again, Jaren Jackson at the right place at the right time as he is in for the second chance basket. Khalil Griffin with it. He's trapped. Has Sharp open for 3, and it's good. Shaedon Sharp connects on the triple. 18-14. Yakovlev looks to beat the shot clock. It's no good. Portland pushing the pace. Logan in transition makes the layup, even with Ledbetter draped over him. And Portland is on a nice little run. It's 20-14. That'll lead to a timeout. Here is Ledbetter with it on the drive. He is in for the dunk. Nice play there by Tyson Ledbetter looking to get back for Utah. They bring it within 4. Shaedon Sharp thinks about the shot, won't take. Gets it to Abanji. Back over to Sharp, who has the mismatch with Tyrese Maxey, and he will take advantage. Sharp is bigger and stronger than Maxey, and he knows it. 22-16. Yakovlev doubled, and he's intercepted by Scoot. Logan has Sharp open. 3-ball. Bang! Shaedon Sharp connects on the triple. It's a 9-point lead. Quite the start here for the Blazers, but why stop now? Tough shot for Springer is good. He's in the double figures, and the lead sits at 12. Now down to 10. Maxey, 3, no good, but Mwangi is there with the offensive rebound. He gets the putback. It's still early. The Jazz have time to right their wrongs, despite obviously not a good start. Scoot Henderson looking for the screen on the drive. Has Sharp wide open in the corner. There's a quick contest, but it won't matter. Shaedon Sharp drills for 3. He's got 15 points tonight. Him and Springer with 25 alone. Maxey, floater is good. Nice play there by Cassius Maxey, who I feel like, other than Sidi Kafare, has been their best player through this series, as Griffin is in with another block. Tyrese Maxey gets space, though, and hits the 3. That's a good play there by Maxey to get open despite having his shot blocked seconds prior. Khalil Griffin on the drive, trapped, hands it off over to Damian Lillard, who hits the jumper. Lillard's been very inefficient in the playoffs, 27% from the field, but I guess he can only go up, right? Good defense by Griffin. Here comes Portland. Griffin, step back, gets it over to Darius Springer. Step back, triple, bang! Portland leads 36-27. The offense has been fantastic here in the first. Amadou Mwangi looks to get one back. He is off the mark. And here come the Blazers. Khalil Griffin with it. On the drive. Griffin punches it home! And the lead is back up to 11. 38-27, Maxey 3, no good. Portland looking to bait him into the shot. They want to get one more off. It's Griffin for 3. Good look. Won't fall, but overall a really good start to this game for the Portland Trailblazers as they are up by double digits already. 38-27. The offense has been phenomenal. The shooting has been great. Shaedon Sharpe has 15. Darius Springer has 13. It's been those two leading the way as Scoot Henderson sends down the dunk. 40-27. Kevin Porter Jr. with it. Gets it over to Amadu Mwangi. Pump fake. His shot is good despite smothering defense by Zay Logan. 40-29 now. Jet Howard is trapped. Has Jackson open. 3-ball. Off the mark. Jaren's got to make those shots. That could have brought it within 8. On the other end, fadeaway 3 for Khalil Griffin is good. Bellissimo. 31-43. The Blazers are up by 12. Cassius Maxey on the drive. He is in for the layup. Had 2 guys on him. Good defense by both Griffin and the rookie Caleb Marsh. Off the pass from Marsh. Griffin with it inside for Shaedon Sharpe. Layup is good, and Sharpe is going to continue his early scoring spree. Now up to 17. He has been fantastic. Great efficiency, not missing. Speaking of not missing often, we have Cassius Maxey, who drills the step-back triple. Lead is within single digits. Maxey on the drive is in for the dunk, as he's looking to give Utah some momentum there within 7. Kevin Porter Jr. with it now. Gets it over to Tyrese Maxey. Back to Porter for 3. It's good! An 8-0 run for the Jazz, and we are within 4. All of a sudden, we've got a ball game. Darius Springer looks to silence the drought as he's in for the throwdown again, using his speed over Jaren Jackson. Oh my goodness, what a move by Khalil Griffin, who is in for the dunk. Look at Cassius Maxey flying backwards. Beyblade, let her rip. Maxey did not know what was coming for him, and Khalil Griffin adds some authority with the slam. 49-43 now. Darius Springer with it. He's blocked by Jaren Jackson Jr. On the other end, Maxey over to Maxey. Crossover is good, and the Maxey connection brings this game back within 4. Now it's 51-45. Leonard, step back, he's blocked! A rare snuff by Damian Lillard. And then on the other end, he gets it to Abaji. Pump fake on the drive, and he is fouled. But I really want to go back to that block from Lillard. That's his first block of the entire playoffs. Springer, 3, rolls out, an unlucky bounce, and now the Jazz on the other end. Ledbetter open triple. That one's good. A 6-point swing in favor of the Jazz, and they're within 5. Springer guarded by Maxey. The 2 guys drafted, of course, right next to each other. Lillard now. Jumper is good. Off the screen by Zay Logan. 7-point game. Maxey with it inside. His shot is snuffed by Wisham. Mwangi's shot is snuffed by Wisham. What a set of blocks by Ashton Wisham, but Springer turns it over. It's Tyrese Maxey on the other end. Maxey inside to an open man, Mwangi. He's nearly blocked by Ashton Wisham as the shot is no good. On the other end, Logan, 3-ball on the move is good. Nice shot off the dribble by Zay Logan. 58-50. Here is Springer. Looks to get by Maxey. Back to Logan. Another 3. Zay Logan won't miss from beyond the arc. 5 for 5 in the last game. He's got a pair here. As Khalil Griffin is in for the layup, he's got 11. And it's 63-52. Just under 2 to go in the half. Ledbetter inside. No good. Nice defense by Scoot Henderson, who only has 4 points, but he also has 6 dimes. Looking for another one over to Springer. Step back. 3 is good. Darius Springer has become such an impressive, tough shot maker as we see it there on the step-back triple. Maxey fadeaway 3, gets one right back for Utah. 66-55, under a minute to go now. Pass is tipped. Sharpe ends up with it, over to Springer. He'll drive and finish. 27-5 for Darius Springer. 68-57, here is Springer with it again. He's going to take the 3, and it's good! Another make for Springer with just seconds left in the quarter as Yakovlev's full court heave is no good. Overall, you got to feel really good about this first half for Portland. The offense has continued to look fantastic. They lead 71-57. The shooting has been great. Darius Springer is on another level. As we take a look at the rest of the playoff bracket, and it is official. The Sacramento Kings are going to the Western Conference Finals. They would end up winning Game 5 at home against Oklahoma City. So that means the reigning Western Conference champions are back. Could we possibly get a Western Conference Finals rematch from a year ago? Let's hope so, but we've still got some work to do. But the offense has been great in this game. The passing's been phenomenal. And we have 7 blocks. I like what we've done defensively in the interior. Utah only with 1. They are severely missing Sidi Ghaffari defensively. It would have been nice to have him on a play like that, where instead Scoot Henderson finds a wide open lane and takes advantage as Yakovlev is unable to get to him in time. 73-57 now. Khalil Griffin, fadeaway 3 is off the mark. Springer with the rebound, his 10th. The double-double out to Sharp, and he connects on the triple. It's a 19-point lead now for Portland, the biggest lead that either team has had through the duration of this entire series so far, as Cassius Maxey hits the lawn too. 76-59 now. Maxey in the corner for 3. Quick closeout by Griffin. Shot is no good. Here comes Portland on the fast break. It's Scoot Henderson with it. Transition 3 is good! And the lead is up to 20. Now it's back down to 18 as this one is stolen away by Cassius Maxey. Here comes Utah. Maxey inside for Mikhail Yakovlev. He's doubled. Jaren Jackson 3 is good. And it is a 15-point game. Utah still has time. If they can get some shots together, they can put themselves back in the game. But Maxey's blocked by Springer. Here's Griffin with it. Hands it off for Scoot, and the floater is good. Quiet start for Scoot scoring-wise, but he's already got 7 points here in the second half, off to a flying start as Springer has Sharp open. Corner 3. Bang! 23 for Shaedon Sharp. Here's Maxey with it, guarded by Logan. Fadeaway is no good, but Yakovlev is right there for the putback. 15-point game. Trailblazers call time. Darius Springer brings it up. Springer did not sit in the second half of Game 4. Hands it off for Agbaji, who connects on the contested corner 3. What a shot by Ochai Agbaji. Had multiple guys smothering him. Tyrese Maxey on the drive. Layup no good. Springer with the rebound is 12. He's also got 8 dimes. As Agbaji, another 3. Bang! Ochai Agbaji, the former Utah Jazz, makes it a 21-point lead. Now Utah would bring it back within 15 as Griffin is blocked by Maxey, who's struggling to get up, and he is back down, grabbing at his ankle. That is not good news for Utah. Cassius Maxey blocking the shot, landed awkwardly on Khalil Griffin's foot. It's a right ankle injury for Cassius Maxey, and that is the last thing Utah needed. With Sidi Ghaffari already likely out for the series, now they could have Cassius Maxey out as well. Jet Howard hits the 3. He's really going to have to step up, but don't forget, he's currently injured as well. Well, up to steal by Ledbetter. Still has it. Inside. Back to Howard, over to Tyrese Maxey, who comes out of nowhere, connects on the jumper, and we are within 10. The Jazz are on a 12-1 run at the moment as Scoot Henderson looks for the screen. Looking to stop the scoring drought, and his mid-ranger is good. Both teams have gone on a number of runs today. That's kind of been the story of this game, as Tyson Ledbetter has it. It's a lob for the big man, Mikhail Yakovlev, who is in for the slam. 83-93. Sharp, crossover, throw down. It's a 360 slam for Shaedon Sharp. Oh me, oh my. 95-85. Porter, jumper, no good, but the ball is tipped back in by Ledbetter. I think Wisham might have got a hand on that as well. 97-87, under a minute left in the quarter. Agbaji gets it over to Scoot Henderson for 3, and it's good! Another bucket for Scoot. He's got 12 here on pretty much perfect shooting in this quarter. 100-87. Arkeem Summers over to Maxey. Summers looks to drive, then it's a lob! The big man, Arkeem Summers, showing off his impressive athleticism, but Griffin gets one right back with around 8 seconds left. The Blazers wanted to hold for the last shot, but if you're going to leave the lane that wide open, he'll take advantage. Tyrese Maxey with it. His shot at the end of the quarter is good. 102-91 with 7/10 of a second left, as Scoot Henderson does not get it off in time, almost went in. Overall, not the best quarter from Portland, but they still hold a pretty comfortable lead. The big loser, though, is still Utah. Cassius Maxey's ankle injury will keep him out for the remainder of this game, and who knows, possibly longer as well. So the Jazz are going to have to battle back without one of their best players as Tyrese Maxey hits the 3. Jet Howard inside for Amadu Mwangi. Back to Howard. Lawn 2, and we are within 6 The closest this game has been in quite a while. Good start to the fourth for Utah. Logan, jumper, no good. Griffin gets it back. Maxey looks to rip it away. Griffin holds on, and he misses! Khalil Griffin, you've got to make that. You've got all the size in the world there. Pause. As Mwangi cannot complete the lob, he keeps it, though, and gets the layup. It feels like Zay Logan kind of dragged him down. I'm surprised they didn't call that a foul. But, okay. 104-100. Springer jumper is good. Big shot for Portland. Quiet third quarter for Springer. He did not score despite playing the entire quarter. Here's a nice play by Khalil Griffin. He makes the layup. It's an 8-point game. Shot from Kevin Porter Jr. is no good. Abaji with the rebound over to Darius Springer. Still an assist shy of the triple-double as he gets it over to Logan. Has Lillard open. Layup is good. Portland's in takeover mode. They're back up by 10, and this could be their chance to go on a run and look to put the nail in the coffin for Game 5. But if Kevin Porter Jr. has anything to say about that, this still might be a game for a little while longer. He hits the three. 7-point game. Shot no good. Springer, rebound, put back. Too easy for Darius Springer, who's up to 29. Here's Kevin Porter Jr. with it. Layup is no good. Nice defense by Scoot Henderson. Another rebound for Springer. Here comes Portland. Springer with it, guarded by Maxey. That's just unfair, but he's blocked by Jaren Jackson. A great play by Jackson to not let Portland take advantage of the mismatch. But on the inbound, Khalil Griffin finds the seam like a linebacker, splitting through the line. He's in for the dunk. Jump ball now between Yakovlev and Bagley. It goes to Bagley and Portland. And here they have it on the fast break. Ochai Agbaji with it. Hands it off to Springer. Top of the key three. No good. Ball is tipped. Griffin ends up with the rebound. Portland gets another opportunity. Springer, drive, layup is good. And Springer's now got 31. That matches his postseason average. Most guys on the team have gone down in scoring this postseason, while the MVP has gone up. Scoot Henderson's no good, but Griffin's right there for the putback. Again, it hasn't been the most efficient game for Khalil Griffin, but he continues to make a high impact now with 19, 6, and 6. 13-point lead, 4.5 to go. Portland in a good spot now. Ledbetter, three ball is good, and we are within 10 off of the step-back triple by Tyson Ledbetter, who really has to take a load on the scoring. Him and Tyrese Maxey are basically going to have to carry the offense as Maxey's shot is no good. Griffin with the rebound. Sharp, deep three is good! 28 for Shaedon Sharp, and the lead is back up to 13. Ledbetter guarded by Scoot. Ledbetter dancing. His layup is good. And Utah's going to continue to hang around for as long as they can. Springer's pass is tipped and stolen by Amadou Mwangi. He gets it over to Tyson Ledbetter on the drive. Kind of heaves it up. And it's good. It's a 9-point lead now for the Blazers. Khalil Griffin with it. On the drive. He's trapped. Logan's open. He's blocked. A big defensive play by Yakovlev. But Portland will hold on to the ball. And as we know, they excel on these baseline inbounds as Griffin is wide open, sends it off the glass, and it's an 11-point game in favor of the Trailblazers with under 3 to go. Yakovlev drive, hands it off for Maxey, over to Jaren Jackson. He makes the layup. Jaren Jackson really hasn't made too much of an impact offensively in this series, has had a solid day scoring in this one, and obviously they've needed him to score more with multiple key starters out, as that one is tipped. Jazz keep it. Yakovlev with it, guarded by Zay Logan. Under 2 minutes to go now. Tyrese Maxey, pump fake. Maxey guarded by Sharp tightly. Layup is good, and we are within 7 as the Trailblazers call their second to last timeout. Logan on the inbound. He gets it over to Scoot Henderson on the screen. Scoot, big three. Bang! Big-time players make big-time shots. Huge three for Scoot Henderson, and the lead is back up to 10. Yakovlev inside for Tyson Ledbetter. Quick layup for the Jazz. And they are back within 8. Here is Scoot Henderson with it on the screen. Has Logan over to Springer. Quick closeout by Jackson, so Springer's going to hold on. Clock is ticking, 7 on the shot clock. Springer looking for the screen from Griffin. Springer takes it himself out to Griffin for 3. That one is off the mark. But if nothing else, the Blazers did use the entire shot clock, so it's not a complete fail of a possession. Maxey's 3 is no good. He had to make that shot. He was wide open. That was their chance, and they might have blew it. Springer is intercepted by Howard. Utah's got to move fast. Now under a minute to go. Howard gets it over to Tyson Ledbetter, who tries to lob it up for Yakovlev. He's unsuccessful, but he does get it back, and he is in with the putback. 6-point game. This one is intercepted. Costly pass. Scoot Henderson trying to push the pace. That's the last thing Portland needs to do. The clock is in their favor. Yakovlev with it. Guarded by Logan. Jumper. No good. Big stop by Portland as Sprenger is fouled. Wisham comes into the game likely for rim protection. So who will take the free throws? In the last game, it was Shaedon Sharpe who was the silencer. Now it's Scoot Henderson, but the lane is completely wide open. And Scoot makes the circus layup. That was a risky play, but hey, 2 points is 2 points nonetheless. And Utah calls time. So really the one thing I'm worried about here is them going on a run of threes. We're going to bring Zay Logan back into the game because if they miss, Logan has a good chance of getting the rebound, and I would way rather him shoot the free throws than Ashton Wisham. Inbound, Maxey, quick shot is good. We saw the Jazz do this in one of the other games where they hit 3 or 4 threes over the last 30 seconds to keep themselves in it. It's intercepted! Maxey, jumper is good! Another late turnover by Portland. It's a one-score game. Just inbound it to the guy closest to the baseline. It's Shaedon Sharpe. They're not going to foul him yet. Sharpe on the drive. He's in with the dunk. Again, 2 points is 2 points. They don't foul, and Sharpe is going to go for the highlight slam as the Jazz call their last timeout. I think we really need to focus on not letting Tyson Ledbetter get any space from beyond the arc. It's clear they're going to give him the ball. There are questions with this team, who is the guy, but with Sidi Gafara and Cassius Maxey out, I don't think there's as many questions. Sure, Tyrese Maxey can create his own shot, and Jet Howard is really good after the catch, but we need to focus on Ledbetter. We're going to have Khalil Griffin guarding him. I think that extra size and length is going to make things tricky for Ledbetter. They're going to go to Tyrese Maxey. Long two is no good, so not what we expected at all, but the Jazz don't score anyway as Zay Logan is fouled and will go to the line for 2. Of these 5 guys on the floor, it is Logan who had the highest free throw percentage during the regular season, but he's off the mark on the first one. It goes off the back iron. Second for Zay is good, so he goes 1 for 2. Lead is at 6. So it is still a 2-score game, although the Jazz have to move fast with around 15 seconds. Jackson, 3. No good. Griffin with the rebound. They will foul, and that probably is going to do it. Khalil Griffin will get 2 at the line, but the Jazz are out of timeouts. There's not a lot of time left, only 8.8 seconds. And Griffin just needs this one to make it a 3-possession game, as the second one is also good. So he makes both. The lead is at 8, and the Jazz are going to have to throw one up now. Maxey gets it over to Jackson, to Howard, and he is fouled on the 3. The Jazz took way too much time, though, pretty much killing any chance at the miracle. But they will get 3 free throws from Jet Howard, who makes the first 2. It is a 6-point game. Last one for Howard will not fall, and that will do it. The Blazers win Game 5. They take a 3-2 series lead and have a chance to eliminate Utah on their home floor for Game 6. We were down in this series 2-0, losing the first 2 at home. We looked like we were in trouble, but we didn't panic. We obviously made the big decision to sit out Porzingis, and it's worked out as we've won 3 in a row. 31-19-9 for Darius Springer, who could not get an assist in the fourth quarter. No triple-double for him, but he still had a fantastic game leading the way. 30 for Shaedon Sharpe. He was really good scoring the basketball. 23, 8, 7, and 4 blocks for Griffin. Now, he did it on 22 shots, didn't shoot the 3-ball well, but again, other than the efficiency, he was really good. Scoot Henderson was phenomenal, 21 and 8. I think of our big 4, this was the most complete game of the group, with the 4 of them combining for over 100 points. Zay Logan was solid. Abachi hit a couple of threes, and that was really about it. Wisham with 3 blocks. Overall, I think it was really the offense that led the way here. Tyrese Maxey with 35 points for Utah. He wasn't the most efficient, though. 4 for 11 from deep. 29 field goal attempts, but he was still quite good. Tyson Ledbetter with 28. I'm surprised he didn't shoot it more. Jackson with a double-double. Yakovlev was quite solid. Cassius Maxey was having a decent game as well before he got injured. And obviously, he is the main concern here for Utah going into Game 6. They're already without Sidi Ghaffari, and they will not have Cassius Maxey available for this game. Again, they did avoid a big injury. He only suffered a high ankle sprain, but he will likely not return for the remainder of this series like Sidi Ghaffari. So now the Jazz have 2 of their 3, maybe at worst, top 4 players out for Game 6, and if there is a Game 7, I would be quite surprised if either one of them is able to play. As for us, we're just getting healthier. Caleb Marsh has been banged up since the first round. He is now fully healthy. Marsh really hasn't had much of a role here in the playoffs. He might play a little bit more than now that he's healthy, but since our team is pretty much at full strength, there hasn't been as much of a need for Marsh, who obviously had a huge role in the regular season with all the injuries we had throughout the year. But we have done a phenomenal job of getting our guys healthy, and we have avoided injuries here in the playoffs. So hopefully we can keep that going here in Game 6. Portland's going to be rolling with the same 5. As for Utah, Jet Howard, who started in Games 2, 3, and 4, will return to the starting lineup, replacing Cassius Maxey. Howard obviously still dealing with the hip injury, but Utah recognizes he's really the only guy on the wing who has any chance of replacing Cassius Maxey's production. And as we talked about when Tyrese Maxey was out and Howard had to start for him, I'm concerned about the guard depth they have behind these guys off the bench. Ashton Wisha wins the tip. We're underway here in Game 6. The Blazers have won 3 in a row, looking to slam the door for good as Khalil Griffin gets the scoring started with the layup off of the pump fake. Griffin on the inbound tries to lob it up for Shaedon Sharpe, but they're unsuccessful. Yakovlev has it stolen, though. Sharpe with a great defensive play. He gets it over to Scoot Henderson, who finds Wisham. Back to Scoot. Portland's playing hot potato, but Springer's got the mismatch guarded by Tyrese Maxey. The Blazers have attacked Maxey defensively these last couple of games, and it has consistently worked out. There's nothing Maxey can do, though. He's just smaller. He needs to make up for it offensively like he did in Game 5, and he gets the scoring started with a 3. Springer no good. Griffin with the rebound. Back out to Springer in the corner on the drive. Layup is good. Nice finish by Darius Springer, and a good rebound and assist by Khalil Griffin. Sharpe inside, no good. Wisham with the rebound. Has it tipped, keeps it, and he figures, I had the size mismatch. Why don't I just score? As he's in for the layup, and it's 8-7. Springer, 3, no good. Sharpe unable to sky up for the rebound as Yakovlev has it. Looking to run the floor. Logan tries to go for the steal. He's unsuccessful, and so Yakovlev is able to get the layup as it's 9-8. Here is Scoot Henderson with it on the drive. Henderson's short shot is no good. Griffin with another offensive rebound out to Wisham. He has Scoot Henderson on the drive. Nice move by Scoot, deflecting off of the contact. He's in for the dunk, and it's 10-9. Ledbetter looking for space. He has Howard. Long 2. That one is good. Even when Jet Howard is covered, he is such a threat after the catch as Yakovlev makes a nice move. Euro step inside, and that one will fall. Again, Mikhail Yakovlev showing off his rare movement skills as it's a 1-point game. Corner 3 won't fall for Howard, and here come the Blazers. Scoot Henderson with a dime for Khalil Griffin. Back to Scoot. Good ball movement by Portland. Unselfish basketball in transition. It's 14-13. Here is Logan out to Sharpe for 3, and that one is good. Unlike the past couple of games, the Blazers are off to a slow start from deep as they finally get one from beyond the arc to fall. Yakovlev no good. Here is Darius Springer out to Logan. He gets it to Sharpe. Pump fake. Sharpe back to Logan for 3. It's good. That's a really smart play by Shaedon Sharpe. He sees both defenders are in front of him, and he uses his body to block the one defender from having a chance to contest Logan at all. The Jazz get a 3 right back. It's Kevin Porter Jr., and now it's 22-18. Springer in the corner. Griffin, he's intercepted by Dion Drano Bahio. On the other end, he lobs it up for Amadou Mwangi, who is in for the layup. The Jazz challenging all of their young guys as depth off the bench as Griffin misses, gets his own miss. Here is Springer, hands it off for Damian Lillard, looks to drive by Porter. Darius Springer is wide open, and he hits the 3. Leaving the MVP on an island like that is a bold strategy that's normally not going to work. Logan's pass is tipped and stolen. The Jazz with a handful of turnovers early. Porter, 3. No good. Summers with the rebound, and Arkeem Summers, the youngest player in last year's draft class, is there with the putback. Here's Abaji on the drive. Layup is good, and the lead is back at 5. Just about a minute to go in the quarter. Springer, pump fake, fools Summers, and Springer's in for the slam. Arkeem Summers is showing that, yeah, he is a rookie. Summers really should be a freshman in college. Reclassed after his junior year of high school. Solid freshman season at Louisville along with Quillen Scalor, who's had a nice season for the Knicks. As Springer tips it in at the buzzer off the miss from Griffin. Everybody's now standing there awkwardly. I don't know why they aren't returning to their side of the floor. And ultimately, I think they reviewed the tip. They're going to rule it that he did not get it off in time, even though they're not going to show as a replay. This has been the most awkward 20 seconds of my life. What are these guys doing? 31-26, your score through 1, as Drano Batio on the drive is snuffed by Griffin. Portland's defense today has been really good. In Game 5, it was about the offense. So far here, the shooting from 3 hasn't been there, but the defense has been incredible. Off the inbound, though, Ledbetter gets some space. He knocks down the long ball. Utah as well, really not shooting the ball well themselves, as Sharp looks for the screen. On the drive, Sharp takes himself a little rack attack. Portland looking to perform well in what could be the only minutes that Darius Springer doesn't play, as this one is intercepted by Ledbetter. Looking for the lead. Tyson Ledbetter inside and 1! And the Jazz can put themselves on top. 3 for Jackson is no good, but Mwangi is there with the putback, and Portland calls time. So Darius Springer's out after the first quarter, and Portland proceeds to give up a 10-2 run. Not ideal. So as you can imagine, Springer's back in the game as he gets it for Sharp, backing down on the smaller defender. He's in for the fadeaway. 35-36. Ledbetter over to Summers in the corner for Porter. Summers in on the lob. And the big man showing off his athleticism. He really does not have the body for an 18, 19-year-old. He is a grown man. Springer off the screen for 3. We're tied at 38. Portland looking to get hot from deep. Again, really struggling from beyond the arc. As Noah Smith gets it over to Kevin Porter Jr., who gets a 3 right back for Utah. Both teams 4 for 11 from beyond the stripe. That's around 35, 36%. As Ledbetter gets one in the corner, it's a 6-point lead for Utah. Caleb Marsh, the rookie, with it. Fully healthy for the first time since Game 2 of the first round. Pump fake. Layup is good, and Marsh, the rookie hailing from Australia, is on the board. Drafted a couple spots, of course, after Summers. As here's Noah Smith. Inside for Arkeem Summers, who's in for the slam. 42-46. Utah up by 4. Maxey guarded by Abaji. Layup is good. Ochai hangs with him the entire time, but Tyrese Maxey's a little bit too good. 7-point game now. Abaji with it. Crossover. Too easy. Tyrese Maxey didn't see it coming. Ochai has handles. Showing it there. Noah Smith with it on the screen. Inside, it's tipped away. Jaren Jackson ends up with it. Good play there by Jackson, who's been at the right place at the right time throughout games 5 and 6. Smart, high IQ basketball from the veteran. As Scoot is no good. Grabs his own miss. In the corner. Wisham thinks about this shot, won't take it. Out to Springer, guarded by Jett Howard. And yeah, that's not fair. Even if Howard had both hips healthy, he's not holding Springer, who still does not have an assist since the third quarter of the last game. Howard on the drive over to Jaren Jackson. Spins away from Springer, loses it, gets it back, and is in for the slam. Springer was not expecting that move. Does a good job of poking the ball out, but Jackson does a good job of getting it back. Lillard inside, no good. Nice defense by Utah, looking to add to their lead late in the half. Yakovlev with the spin and the slam! How is this guy 260 pounds? He looks like he just got done eating a few Big Macs from McDonald's, but not the way he moves. Logan 3, that one will fall. Another triple by Zay Logan. He's 2 for 2 from deep. The only guy who's been efficient today for Portland from beyond the arc. Howard gets one right back off the dribble. 9-point lead for Utah. Maxey corner 3. That one's good! And the lead is up to a dozen for the Jazz. And for the first time, really since, I don't know, Game 2, The Jazz have had a nice, consistent stretch of basketball, even without two of their best players. Griffin's corner three is no good, wrapping up a 1-for-8 first half, in which Khalil Griffin has not scored a field goal since the first play of the game. 63-51 here at the half. A rough second quarter for Portland. They were outscored by 17. The offense fell asleep. The defense was a lot worse. And the three-point shooting has been piss poor. Shaedon Sharpe is 1 for 1 from 3. Zay Logan is 2 for 2. Everybody else is 2 for 16. That's not going to cut it. Portland's got to play better offensively. They're barely on pace for 100 points. They've got to pick it up. They are cold right now, and they can't let the Jazz get some momentum here early in the third. Yakovlev off the screen on the drive. Jumper is good with the foul. Springer doesn't like it. It's an and one. 15-point lead for the Jazz. Utah has not led at the half in any game this series until now, as Scoot is there with the dunk. Really through all 5 games. The Blazers had control for most of it. This is really the first time that Utah has been in the power position before the fourth quarter. And they're going to look to take advantage as Tyson Ledbetter hits the top of the key three. Yakovlev on the drive to Jackson. He's trapped. Ledbetter, corner three. No good, but Yakovlev is there for the tip. And Utah's picking up right where they left off from the first half. This was a close game 3 minutes ago. Now it's a total blowout as Khalil Griffin is in for the layup, finally putting himself back on the board as he makes a nice move despite solid defense by Ledbetter. Wisham with the screen. Griffin, jumper, no good. Wisham with the rebound. He gets it over to Springer. Tries to get by Yakovlev, but Yakovlev is too fast. Out to Sharpe. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Shaedon Sharpe jumper. That one's no good. Springer with the rebound, and he gets the putback. Third time's the charm. Good job there by Darius Springer, and it's 71-57. Yakovlev with it. Bagley daring him to shoot the ball. He can shoot the mid-range, but instead he's going to look to go inside, and he gets the layup as Bagley is unable to defend him quick enough. 75-61 now. Springer looking for somebody to get open. It's Shaedon Sharpe. Tough three. Bang! The lead is within 11. Utah was up by as many as 19 earlier. Marsh's shot won't go. Shaedon Sharpe with the rebound. Out to Ochai Agbaji for 3. 13 points for Ochai on perfect shooting. Agbaji, jumper, no good. I jinxed him. But Springer is there for the putback. He's now got 18 and 12. It's a 6-point game now. Portland's back in it. Ledbetter with it at the top of the key. Turnaround, 3 ball is good. Big shot for Tyson Ledbetter. Jazz back up by 9. Here's Griffin with it. He's got the mismatch, and he knows it with Ledbetter. Looking for space in the paint in complete isolation, and he takes advantage with the layup. 80-73 now. Khalil Griffin looks to drive left side. Pump fake. His shot inside is good, and after an inefficient start, Khalil Griffin is looking a lot better as a scorer here in the third. We are now within 5 with 3 to go in the third. Ledbetter with a nice move. Scoot Henderson smothering him, but it won't matter. Tyson Ledbetter, the fourth-year guard from South Carolina, just too gifted. Here is Howard now, looking for space. Corner 3, passes out of the shot from Mwangi. He is in for the layup. It's a 9-point game, make it a 6-point game after a few free throws for Portland. Here is Springer, looking to get away from Summers, and he does! Off the screen, he's in for the dunk. 20 and 14 now for Darius Springer. Porter with it. His shot is no good. Nice defense by Logan. Mwangi's there with the rebound. He's doubled. And rather than passing it out, he realizes that he's bigger than both of the defenders. Goes for the easy shot. 82-87 with seconds to go in the third. Scoot gets it over to Shaedon Sharpe looking for the screen. Sharpe at the buzzer. No good, but still overall a pretty solid quarter for Portland. They were down by 12 going into the quarter. They trailed by as many as 19, but they've brought the lead within 5. Springer's shot is blocked in the corner, and he appears to be clutching in pain. That could be devastating news for Portland. Meanwhile, it's a 5-on-4. Springer eventually catches up, looking to keep himself into play. Here's Dion Drano Bahio over to Porter for 3, no good. And the Blazers are going to call a timeout as Darius Springer gets his ankle checked out by the trainers. If this is a serious injury, this would be a complete death blow for Portland's title chances. I will say it is encouraging that he was able to run back over defensively, But as you can see there, I don't even think it's that he landed awkwardly on Arkeem Summers' foot. I think it was the other leg that landed awkwardly on the ground first. So he's going to have to come out of the game. And now Portland needs some of these other guys to really step up. This was supposed to be Khalil Griffin's opportunity for rest, but now he has to come in as he gets it over to Shaedon Sharpe for 3, and we are within 2. Ledbetter's triple won't fall. Wisham with the rebound, his 10th. Wisham's going to have to step up on the glass with no Springer as Griffin's trapped. Abaji, corner 3 for the lead. The Jazz were up by 19, not even 10 minutes ago. And the Blazers are now ahead despite their best player getting hurt. The lead is short-lived, though, as Dion Drano Batio hits the 3. Here's Abaji with it over to Griffin. Pump fake over to Abaji. Blazers looking for the tie, and they will get the foul from Amadou Mwangi. Abaji would make both at the line, and this game is knotted up at 90 with 7.5 to go. Ledbetter 3 for the lead. It's good! Big shot by Tyson Ledbetter. Here is Scoot Henderson with it over to Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe on the drive. Layup is good, and we are back within 1, 93-92. I'm curious when we're going to get the injury update for Springer. He is currently on the bench, not being checked out by the trainers as that shot is blocked. What a play by Amadou Mwangi. Off the inbound, Abaji, layup, no good. Griffin with the rebound, out to Bagley. His shot won't fall, and the Jazz are able to keep their lead. Here is Jet Howard with it, looking to make a play guarded by Abaji. Look at the bottom right. Springer, twisted ankle, day to day. The Blazers dodged a major bullet as Bagley is there with the snuff. Not only is Springer's injury not long-term, but it's something he can play through, and he is back in the game after missing the last 4 minutes. He's going to tough it out and look to help his team win this game and win this series. Ledbetter layup, no good. Springer with the rebound. Portland's going to look to not have him handle the ball, though, to try to keep pressure off the ankle as Yakovlev blocks Abaji. Here comes Utah now. Howard, jumper. That one's good. It's a 3-point lead for the Jazz as Howard, of course, winces in pain as well. 95-92. Here's Ochai Abaji with it. He's trapped. Out to Sharpe. Springer wide open. Bang! We're tied. Even though Darius Springer's hobbling around, he can still shoot the ball. It's his athleticism and quickness that I'm worried about. As Scoot Henderson makes the contested layup, shrugging like it's nothing. Portland's up by 2. Ball is tipped away. It's going to end up with Scoot Henderson. On the other end, Henderson guarded by Mwangi. Over to Springer with the slam. I guess the athleticism isn't hurt too much as he's going up for the dunk. 99-95. Logan is no good. Nice play by Jaren Jackson. Both teams with their best 5 on the floor as Ledbetter makes the layup. We are within 2. Grab your popcorn, folks, as this could be an exciting final few minutes. Griffin inside. He's trapped. Over to Shaedon Sharpe. He recognizes he's guarded by Maxey, so he knows it's lunchtime. What's on the menu? As Shaedon Sharpe puts the lead up to 4. Yakovlev on the drive. That one is good. Quick response by the Jazz. 101-99 with just over 3 to go. Griffin has it poked away and stolen by Mikhail Yakovlev. Taking it himself in the corner. Ledbetter for 3. And the lead! Tyson Ledbetter puts the Jazz up by 1 as it is Springer handling the rock. Looks to drive by Jackson, and he does! Portland's back ahead. Springer is still faster than Jaren Jackson, even though he really only has one working leg. Griffin now. That ball is punched out as he goes for the dunk. Big defensive play by the Jazz. Yakovlev with the spin move. It's stolen by Sharpe. Huge defensive play. Nobody in front of him. Windmill for Shaedon Sharpe. The best offense is good defense. What a play by Shaedon Sharpe. Capitalizing with the big dunk. Howard's 3 for the tie is no good. Springer with the rebound. He gets it over to Khalil Griffin, guarded by Ledbetter. That's a mismatch. Griffin's trapped. Still going to go for the layup. It is good. 15, 13, and 4 for Khalil Griffin. It's a 5-point lead. The Jazz are in trouble. Maxey is picked off by Scoot. Logan to Griffin on the drive with the throwdown. 7-point lead for the Blazers as they quickly score in transition, and Griffin hanging on the rim looking to add some showmanship. Ledbetter gets the screen. Quick three. It's good. Big shot for the Jazz. They needed that one badly. The lead sits at 4 as Portland calls a timeout, looking to manage this final minute correctly, and they can go to the Western Conference Finals. Even though it's not an elimination game, it still feels like a must-win. We don't want to play a Game 7 with this guy injured, but he doesn't look very injured on the putback slam. What a great play by Darius Springer to find the open lane. He knew even if Scoot Henderson misses that shot, he's still going to get Portland some points. 6-point lead. Just over a minute. Maxey jumper. No good. Big miss as Springer's there with his 20th rebound. Out to Scoot Henderson. Scoot on the drive. That one is off the mark. Wisham gets it back. Portland's going to look to choose some clock. And look at this. Sharp guarded by Maxey. Just how they drew it up. But Sharp's shot is off the mark. And Maxey grabs the rebound over Wisham. Potentially a game-saving defensive play for the Jazz. 40 seconds to go. Wisham dares him to shoot. Yakovlev off of the fake. Still has it. His jumper is no good. Wisham with the rebound. He's fouled. And Utah is in some trouble. The Blazers will inbound, and it's Griffin on the baseline. And it's going to be Darius Springer with the ball. Springer has Scoot Henderson wide open. Rather than driving inside, I feel like it's really probably not worth the risk. Just hold the ball, take the foul, and hopefully get 2 from the line. Scoot Henderson's first one is good. That'll make it a 3-score lead for Portland. Second one for Scoot. The crowd on their feet, possibly chanting racial slurs, possibly soaking in the stands. As that one is good, it's an 8-point game. Here's Tyrese Maxey with it. Gets it in the corner for Howard. They have to shoot the ball quick. What are they doing? Howard, jumper, off the mark, rebounded by Wisham. He hands it off to Griffin, and they're not going to foul. Khalil Griffin's going to send it over to, of course, Darius Springer, because who else is going to dribble out the clock? The guy who came in with an ankle injury, a gutsy fourth quarter from Springer, and the Blazers are going back to the Western Conference Finals as they defeat the Jazz in 6, 113-105. This series certainly was not an easy one. We lost the first 2 games at home. 2 games we probably should have won. We make the decision to not have Kristaps Porzingis play, and we end up winning 4 straight. Tyson Ledbetter did what he could, 36 points, but without Ghaffari, without Cassius Maxey, there's only so much he could do. Mikhail Yakovlev had a strong game, but their other top scorers were disappointing. Maxey went 4 for 11, and Howard went 4 for 12. They needed those guys to play better than they did. The passing was also quite subpar. Their team leader in assists had 3. Cassius Maxey and Sidi Ghaffari are both very underrated passers, and it showed today. Darius Springer, 29 and 20 on one ankle in that fourth quarter. A gutsy finish from Darius Springer with another great game for us, leading the charge. 23 for Sharp, 18 for Abaji. Khalil Griffin was inefficient. Again, 7 of 19, 0 for 6 from 3. Scoot went 0 for 4 from deep. But again, I'm not really getting on Griffin's case because he's doing everything else well. Sure, the name of his game on offense is his efficiency. He led the league in true shooting percentage, and that has not carried over to the playoffs. But the rebounding, the passing, the defense, it's been all there. I have to assume the perimeter shooting's going to improve, and the same can be said with Scoot Henderson. His efficiency has taken a step back here in the playoffs, but he's still doing other things at a high level, and he's still shooting 45% from 3. He just had an off game today. Ashton Wisham, by the way, had 15 rebounds. Wisham, Griffin, and Springer combined had nearly 40 boards. The perimeter shooting really was not good. The passing was also kind of subpar from us. We only went 10 for 32 from deep. Again, Griffin and Scoot went 0 for 10 from beyond the arc. But our defense was really good. We consistently disrupted passing lanes. That's why Utah's ball movement suffered. And now we get a rematch in the Western Conference Finals. And I think the best part about winning this series in 6 rather than having a Game 7 is Darius Springer can rest his ankle some more, and the hope is that he'll be 100% good to go for Game 1. It's going to take him around 4 days to recover. That's probably the amount of time from now until Game 1. So if there was a Game 7, that would be a lot less time rehabbing his ankle, which is a big advantage for us. Let's see who's going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks lead this series 3-2 against Charlotte, but the Hornets are going to take Game 6, and they'll be bringing the number 1 seed to 7. Brandon Miller was great, triple-double for LaMelo, Grady Dick, Cale Foster, and Nick Smith with 20 points apiece. As for the Knicks, they had 5 players score between 19 and 20 points. Talk about a balanced offense. Kevin Durant was quite quiet in this game. They're going to need him and Donovan Mitchell to really step up here in Game 7, as we have some guys who are healthy, Porzingis among them apparently. Really competitive Game 7 here. This one is back and forth, down to the wire. New York looks to be in control, and they will hang on in a defensive battle, 113-112. Donovan Mitchell leads the way with 26. The Hornets lived and died by the 3 in this game, and, well, they died. So the Knicks are going to play against Detroit. I think the Pistons are in a really good spot because they swept Chicago. They've had all this rest, whereas the Knicks have had 2 7-game series so far. So even though the Knicks are the higher seed, I would look out for Detroit to be the favorite to make it out of the Eastern Conference. Am I being a biased Pistons fan? Maybe I am, but still, I think the Pistons are the team to beat there. As for us in the Western Conference Finals, we're going up against Sacramento, the 2 60-win teams. Since the very first episode of this regular season, it was us and Sacramento at the top of the conference, and it feels like the rest of the season has just been mounting towards a Western Conference Finals rematch from last year, and we're going to get it. Now, I think the big difference between this Kings team last year and this year is that they're healthy. Amel Wright was banged up. Joel Embiid was banged up. Midnight Hopkins was a complete fraction of what he was normally, and they now have Jimmy Butler. This Kings team is 100% fully healthy. They've had no injuries through the duration of the playoffs, and with Darius Springer and Damian Lillard likely going to be returning to full strength, we are likely going to have the 2 best teams in the NBA competing in a 7-game series 100% healthy, which is super cool. They have a lot of depth on this team. Nobody's higher than an 87 overall, but Midnight Hopkins had an All-NBA-esque season. Amel Wright, we know how dangerous he is. Certainly the scoring threat to watch here, and obviously veterans like Joel Embiid and Jimmy Butler chasing championships. Butler's 38. This could be his last rodeo. Hope everybody enjoyed. Next time around, we'll really dive into this Kings team, and then we've got games 1 and 2 of the Western Conference Finals against Sacramento. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.